Hello, welcome to Suffolk Socks, where I Let's Knit podcast. My little space all about knitting and crafting and waffle in general. Today's Tuesday, the 2nd of June. It's lovely and sunny here in Suffolk. My name's Julie, and you can find me on Instagram and all social media as Suffolk Socks, where Suffolk Socks is a little online wool shop that sells sock yarn. Well, you can knit anything with it really, but I buy it and the quantities in mind for just to knit socks. So welcome. Hello to all new viewers and hello to all returning viewers. Usually we start with finished objects, don't we? But I've actually been really busy over lockdown knitting for my just knitting and making in general. So a lot of it's all been handed out to grandchildren and what have you. So I haven't really got a lot of finished objects to show you, but I have got a few. So let's get straight in there. My first finished object is a jumper I knit using all of my advent calendar mini skeins from Ring o' Rosy wool shop in Whitley Bay in Whitley Bay. I love Barbara's shop. It's local to my mum, so every time we go up north, I always have a run over and get some of Barbara's own yarn label wool, which is Ring o' Rosy yarns. And this is it. Let me just get rid of that because that really bugs me on my. That's it. I mean, you can't see, but I can. It really bugs me. So this is it. This was just. I made it up as I went along. So cast on, increased for the arms, put the arms on a spare piece of wool, and then continued the body. I did make the body A-line, slightly A-line. I did do a few short row shapings to make the front shorter than the back, but when I tried it on, I didn't really like it. And so I made it longer. Now the jury's been out on this all the way throughout me knitting it. The colours, I kept thinking, they're a bit bright for me and stuff like that. Bit out my comfort zone, the colours and the sparkle and stuff like that. But once I have finished it, once I finished it and tried it on, I think it's going to be a well-worn jumper. So I'm having to hold. Let me just move the screen a bit so you can. So I love it. So I have added to this. So I added this one, which is Amy Florence's Stranded Dye Works Anti-Valentine colourway, and this one, which is another one of Barbara's of Ring o' Rosy yarn. She doesn't have colour numbers or colour names, so I just went with it. My mum bought us this one for Christmas, and I got this one on my first trip to Unravel. Not this year gone, but last. Yeah, not this year gone, but last year I got it when I went with Tony for the weekend. But I love it. So that's my first finished object. My second finished object is just a granny square cowl that I made. So Suffolk Socks Advent Calendar this year is, I'm not doing a Yarn Tart yarn one this year. I did that last year, the year before. I'm just going to stick to a Suffolk Socks one this year. Is the 12 Days of Christmas. And what it is you get a Emma Bridgewater mug and a selection, not all these, a selection of 12 minis and 200 grams of solid. Could be any brand of solid, but it will be the same wool fibre content as the minis. And basically I was just playing around, seeing what I could make. So I made a cowl with this. And I actually really like it. If you buy the 20, 'twas the knit Was it 24 days before Christmas? I can't remember. I haven't been very well for about the last few weeks. You get all 24 minis and 200 grams of solid. But this was just the small one, small kit. So yeah, I love this. It was simple and easy to do, and I just I did some chains and a slip stitch for to hold it all together. Look at my hand. I had a cannula put in yesterday, and it's made my hand really bruised. But it's alright. So yeah, so that's my second finished object. My third finished objects, and these are a bit of a shop update, but I haven't put them in the shop yet, so I can show them, are my Lizzie bags for my Handmade by Julie. And these are my vintage knot bags, really. And this is first one. I love this one. There is a little bit of a, where I've caught the material in there, but that's all right. Fully lined, just like a nice cotton. I love this. That's my first one. And that's my second one. And these are made with material sourced at an antique shop, vintage antique shop that I go to. But they're pretty, very pretty. So they'll be going in the shop at some point. And that's all the finished objects I've got to show you. I have knit a couple of jumpers for Matilda, and I made her a little dress with horses on because she's horse mad. But I haven't even got that many whips, really. One whip has just completely taken over all my crafting time. And, well, two things I should say. Crafting time. So sock knitting has taken a bit of a backseat. My first whip is I'm taking part in the 21 days of crochet with Matushka knits. I'm not sure if I've got that hashtag right. But this is another crochet blanket. And I love this. And this is using all the shades from Coop Knits in the Soxier wool. I'm a bit low down for to show you everything. It's just a basic granny stripe. I did make one with all my hand-dyed stash that I had, and I didn't even use. I used some minis, but some I just used full skeins. Like took a bit from a full skein. But isn't that lovely? Absolutely love it. And there's no sequence to this. Basically, when I get sick of a colour, I change it. Hence the big like stripes. Usually that's when I'm interested in something on the telly or in one of my audio books. I'm not a big telly watcher. In fact, it's very rare I put the telly on. But one of them I was watching Olympus Has Fallen. I love kick-ass films. I must admit, I love kick-ass films. So and I've seen it loads of times, but every time they're in the bunker and she's getting the stuffing kicked out of her, bless her, I go like the clappers on me knitting on my crochet. So that's why they were like that. And this is all the wool I'm using. That's living in my basket. That lid should go down, but I've just got it secured up out the way. And my second whip, I will show you. Now this I am absolutely obsessed with. I can say obsessed. It's living in my pink hazel bag, which was a new acquisition. A few weeks ago. Yeah, a few weeks ago. And this is my Habitation Throw by Helen of Curious Handmade. Now Helen needs no introduction. Most people will know who Helen Stewart is of Curious Handmade, and this is her Habitation Throw that she brought out, but she offered it up as a free pattern. And I did start this as a knit along with my friend Emma But Emma was speedy, and she's finished hers. So I haven't. But I have knit loads of it, and I just don't want to put it down. So this is it. There's a good mixture of all diets in this, ranging from a lot of mine. There's a lot of, it's predominantly mine, I would say. I've got some Nora George in it, Craft House Magic, Hedgerow Yarns, Maya from the Wool Barn, and this is a Life in the Long Grass one, and I've got another couple, but actually the other couple, I can't remember the colour it is, are the ones that Helen gifted me one Christmas. So yeah, I'm in no rush to finish it, and I'm really just enjoying how big it is. If I feel I'm getting fed up with it at any point, I think, oh right, I'm ready to decrease now, all I do is I just put it away. But it is going to be really big. I love it. This one's Ellie's. Yeah, and that has a sparkle. I don't know if you'll see. Isn't that lovely? And this one's Ellie as well, Craft House Magic. I was actually knitting a pair of socks in this and decided that, well, I cast on loads of socks. I don't know what the hell I was playing at, but I cast on loads of socks, and I decided that I thought the wool was too nice. Well, it wasn't too nice to be in socks, but I wanted it to be in my blankets, so I just stopped knitting my socks and added it in my blankets. This one's Nora George. This one's mine. This one's mine. As is this one and this one, and what other ones are mine? I think that's all. Oh, and this one is mine. Oh, and this where's the other one? That's mine. That one's mine. This one's mine. So yeah, absolutely love it. And this is some of the anti-Valentine one that I had left. No, it's not. That one's one of mine. And this is Mia's Valentine one that she's brought out, a good few years ago. I think I was given that when she did the wool support for my Socks Rock pattern, the School Socks Rock design I did, because, yeah. But yeah, absolutely love it. Can't speak more about it than ever. Sock knitting. Let's get into sock knitting, right. This one, I knit most of this yesterday. I had to spend the day at hospital yesterday, which I didn't expect to do. And I didn't even think I would have to go. But I ended up going into hospital and they kept me in for the day. And thank God, just by chances, I was leaving the house, I grabbed me knitting. So I knit the majority of this yesterday, and this was a Ring of Rosie yarn. In a Marvellous High Twist, 72 stitch cast on, DPNs. That's it caked up so you can see it in all its glory. Lovely. And it's living in my afternoon tea bag, which I do have a few in the shop. I had a right clear up in my shop room. This is my shop room. Got all my wool and stuff across there. And I found quite a few things that I hadn't even put into the shop. I'd been making bags, and I had been making extra bags for the Fibre East, but now that's cancelled, as is Yarndale. I've just been putting them into the shop as and when. It's just a little bag, £15. Pretty. It's material I had in my shop drawer with a sparkly interior. I don't know if you can pick up the sparkles on it. Let's see. There. Just pretty. Ideal sock size. My other sock project is, you could say this is an acquisition as well. This is some Moustache Yarns, Stacey's wool, and it's the All Sorts colourway. Now this was an experiment for me because years and years and years ago, my first knitting retreat out in Umina was there, and she was showing everybody how to knit two at a time. Oh, I could And then from the retreat, I went on to Edinburgh Yarn Festival, met up with Catherine Lima and Sue and a few other friends. Anyway, when I was in my hotel room, I thought I'm going to have a bash at doing the 2 at a time. I could just not get my head around it. Wasn't that I couldn't get my head around it. I knew how mechanically and logistically it would work, but to me it was such a faff. But this is the wool that, the skein that you separate, and it's 2 balls exactly the same. So you can knit 2 identical socks. And I thought, do you know what, I'm going to have a bash. Tony, my friend, she's been knitting 2 at a time. I think she knit her, yeah. So what I did was I knit a couple of rows of the cuff on other needles, and then I joined them all onto this needle. And I can see why it is addictive and what have you. And normally I don't knit as big a cuff. In fact, it's rare I knit a cuff for a woman's sock. But because I'm knitting both together, I never felt, oh God, I've got to knit that cuff on the other sock again. Absolutely love it. The wool is beautiful. It's a superwash merino and nylon. That's it. And I keep my hand. I hand wound this. I keep them in onion bags. Oh, there's my husband just pulled up on his motorbike. He's going out for a bike ride. It's his first time out in 8 weeks. So he'll be coming in making a right old racket, so just excuse him. So yeah, so that's my 2 at a time. And they are on let's see what size needle they are on. Oh, I can't see any. I think they're on a 2.5. No, 2.25, 64 cast on. And they are living in my Locatelli bag. Needs a brush. It's worn now, isn't it? I was always trying to use this because it's got a stain. It's a bit like when you get new sand shoes at school. You don't want to wear them in case somebody stands on something like that. But once somebody stands on them, you think, oh, thank God for that. Well, I was like that with this. And I spilled some coffee on it within days of getting it. So there you go. Yes. Are you all right? All right. So yeah, so there's stains. And I keep thinking I'll put a protector on it, but now that it's a bit dirty and what have you, I feel, oh, well, I can just take it and chuck it in my handbag without treating it so precious. So that's that. My other 2 sock widths are, I've got really stylish project bags, ziploc bags. The reason being is these have been my garden knitting. And I just leave the wool in the plastic bag on the ground so it doesn't get dirty. See you later. Be careful.
Okay.
Bye. These are socks for a man in my family. It'll either be my son or my husband. My son or my husband. Probably be my husband. And 74 stitch cast. 74. No, it's not. 72 stitch cast on. Actually, these will be for John. They're sensible colourways. And the other one I've got, these will probably be for my son. My son's starting a new job. He did work at a school in Essex. But it's a long old drive for him. And he wanted to get a job nearer to home. They've got 2 young kids. Lydia works. And so he's got a job nearer home, which will be starting in September. So these will be his new school socks. My son loves his new socks. So and that's got a stitch marker in or a progress keeper, and that's from Paula, who is the Snail Garden. She is Eva Faith on Etsy, where she sells lovely stitch marker sets and progress keepers. And Paula came to my retreat that I had in February, and we had a little mini market, and she had these, so I just got a job. You can never have enough nice pretties, can you? I love pretty things. And even though I don't need it on here, I just thought I'm going to put that on because it's pretty. So that's all my whips. Oh, there's my husband off again. God, he sounds like a tank, doesn't he? He's got a Ducati Monster motorbike, and he has semi-retired. So he's gone from working 60, 70 hour week and killing himself off to now he just works a 40-hour week. So instead of starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, he starts about 1 o'clock and finishes at 7, half 7 at night. So far it's working out well. So far. Right, now, future cast-ons. Right. My granddaughter has never been a pink girly girl, ever. And she's 3.5. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see them. My grandson was 1 at the beginning, last week, the week before, and he went away, baby. Well, I'm saying he went away. The last time I saw him, he was a baby, and crawling and stuff like that. And then over the space of lockdown, he's walking all over the place. He's chattering away in his own little Flynn language, saying hiya and mama and dada. And he's got a mouthful of teeth, and oh, love him. And Matilda, whilst lockdown has been going on, has suddenly developed a passion for pink. And all things girly. So the pink wool has come out of Grandma's stash. Now this, I can honestly say, is one of my oldest acquisitions. And I call this the curse of Fibre East. In a good way. It's very rare, I would think, to buy pink wool to knit something. Although saying that, I do love pink. But whenever I'm at Fibre East, I always buy pink wool. Don't know why. And I got this when I was there with a group of ladies. And my friend Janice, bless her, who sadly died, she was so pink or purple. And when I was with her, we saw it. And I think she got some. And I got some thinking, and I was so, enthusiastic. Oh, I'm going to cast that on as soon as I get home. And I got home and I thought, what the hell did I buy that for? It's baby pink. But as I've got older, my skin colour's changed. I've always been, when I had my first baby, Tom, he was like 30 in July. My hair was white blonde. And then it went really dark, so I suited pink. But then it changed to dark, and I looked a bit naff in pink. But as I'm getting older, my skin's getting more olivey, I think. And my skin colour's changing, I don't know what. And my hair's getting whiter, and I suit pink more. Well, that's my theory. So yeah, so this is it. It's Araucania yarns, and it says Ranco, but I don't know if that's the colour or the brand make or the, it's 75% wool, 25% polyamide. So it'd be good for a pair of socks, but I bought 5 skeins for knitting myself a jumper. So I've got enough to knit Matilda a jumper. So I'm going to knit her a ballet cardigan, I think, because she has lived in a little green tutu and a pink one. And she doesn't know whether when she grows up she wants to be a ballerina or a horse rider, because she's well into horses as well. And she's got some pink sparkly wellies that she absolutely loves. Wears all the time for no other reason than they can't get to the shoe shop to buy her a pair of shoes. They're awfully. So they've been running around in bare feet, and Matilda's been living in Crocs, like from QD, I think. So saved a fortune, really, hasn't it? So that's my future cast on. I think what I might do first is, though, I might cast on a cardigan for me, and I fancy knitting. I don't know what it's called, but my friend Mandy knit it, and it is the Hoy Locatelli cardigan, and it looks like a school cardigan. I liken it to a school cardigan. and it's just a plain top-down round neck with a border of lace down here. So yeah, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to be doing that. And then what else have I got? Well, that's everything. I've done a lot of sewing, but the bags were in the shop and then they were sold, so they are no more. So there'll be some bags going into the shop. I've had an update of some opal, which is going out faster than I can stock it. So that's lovely. I've got some lovely blankie kits, which are, oh, see if I can turn around. I'm sitting on a plastic chair. I'm frightened to turn around because I'll take my top layer of skin off. The blankie kits are, let's see if I can get some of this out. This is this one, and it is a 4-ply. And what I've done is I've taken one of each shade that I have in stock and discounted it. It's a 75%, 25% wool content. And so I think there's about 8 or 9 colours. So that's like 400, 500 grams, just enough for a nice little blankie. And I call it a blankie because my kids all had blankies when they were little. I have just got some of the West Yorkshire Spinners wool in. I've updated all of that with some of the Winnet Mums colourways in. That's been really popular. I'm just looking across there. I've got some more bags going in this week, and I've got some more advents that I'm going to be doing. So I'm doing opal mini advents with 200 grams of a solid colour. And as I say, the 200 grams will not be the opal. There might not be a solid colour. There might be a tonal colour. There'll be a free pattern that I've done. And there'll be a few other goodies, I think. Just a few, because I've tried to keep the cost right down on this. So if you order one, you pay half the cost now and your postage, and it is non-refundable, the deposit, and the balance is settled in, I think I said September, October. Yes, September it'll be, because I want to post them out as soon as I can come autumn, so that there's plenty of time to get to. There's a lot going to America, so I want to make sure they get there. This week my retreat hopefully is still going ahead. I'm very mindful of the lockdown and social distancing and what have you. So far it's still going ahead. So we will, it's a case of just wait and see. I know they're saying hospitality is opening again in July with hotels and stuff. So I just need to work out, just wait and see. So that'll be good. But I'm looking to rebook another retreat in February or March. So we'll see how that goes. So I might actually start organising that now. And that's something nice to look forward to, isn't it? I don't know if it'll be in the same place. Oh, excuse me, these are my plastic sticking to my legs. The March retreat, I might have at a different venue. The people that own the accommodation for the retreat I do at the minute have another country house that is bigger. But I haven't had a chance to look around it. The bonus of having this one in Ipswich is it's so local to me, and the last one was so lovely, being able to go out for a walk and show people around, and if they wanted to, and they could walk into town. Whereas the second house they own, it is slap bang in the middle of the country. You'd have to drive to where for the shops. So yeah, so that's all I've been up to lately. yeah, I haven't really, like a lot of other people, I've been close to home. I haven't been far. Jonathan's just gone out, and that's really the first time he's gone out properly on his motorbike, just to give it a bit of a workout. Lucy's boyfriend, Aaron, who she lives with, he's back from Afghanistan. He came back last week, so she's happy as Larry. I haven't seen Phoebe. Phoebe lives in London. I'm desperate to see Phoebe, so we're thinking of having a drive down at the weekend and going to, is it Clissold Park, where she lives near, so we can social distance and just see her, so she sees somebody. But that's still all up in the air. We're not quite sure about that yet. It's just been lots of phone calls and FaceTimes, and as much as I'd love to see them and hug them, I'm happy knowing that they're safe and healthy. So, and then it is what it is. In the meantime, there's so much time for knitting. There's just so much housework you can do, isn't there? So on that note, I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to get back to my machine. And I've got a few orders to sort out to send and take them to get posted. And yeah, so happy knitting. Bye.